I am back after 3 months. I am so sorry I've not made a video in so long. I've just been so busy. I've had exams and I've had holidays and all the different stuff, and I just haven't had time to make a video. But anyway, I decided to give you an update on the bunny rabbits because quite a lot has happened. So if you are new to my channel, and I have quite a lot of new subscribers, so thank you very much, I will just quickly introduce the bunnies to you. So this is Hector. It's a black and white Dutch, and he is about 3 years old. This is Poppy. She was a stray, so we do not know how old she is, and she is an English spot crossbreed. And then I have Theo, who is also a Dutch, but he's a tri-Dutch because he's 3 different colours. He's got the blue in him, the yellow in him, and the white. And he is 2 now, I believe. Yeah, he just went 2. So yeah, we have had quite a lot of changes with the bunnies recently, especially with Poppy and her diet. Right, so I'll start off with Poppy. Basically, if you don't know her story, then there's a whole video on that, how she was a stray and how she was really skinny and had fur missing and how she was attacked by a dog, hence her ripped ears. So if you want to see her story, then I'll put the link in for that video below. But basically, I noticed that she started getting really skinny, and that worried me because when rabbits suddenly just start losing weight, even though they fed a lot of food, it means there's probably something wrong. So I didn't just want to take her to any vet because I thought they might not be able to find the reason straight away, and I'm going to end up spending loads on vet bills trying to find out what's wrong. So I just wanted to take her to a specialist. So I took her to Frances Harcourt Brown in Harrogate. I don't know if you will have heard of her, but she is an absolutely amazing rabbit vet, apparently one of the best in the UK. She's just amazing with rabbits. So yeah, I took Poppy on the trip there. It was an hour away, but it took much longer because I had to get public transport. So yeah, I think I took 2 buses, a train, and then walked half an hour. So it did take a really long time to get her there, but she's really good at travelling and she was fine, and we got the answers we needed. Vet examined her and then pretty much predicted what was wrong with her straight away, and she was right. She guessed that Poppy had a gut problem because she's seen this problem a lot in English spotted rabbits like Poppy is. She doesn't really look like an English spot because she doesn't have the spots, but she has the stripe. But anyway, so yeah, she thought she had a gut problem, and basically this meant that no matter how much food we were giving Poppy, her body wasn't really taking in the nutrients, so she was just not putting on weight. She was basically just starving all the time, the poor little thing. She also asked me about her poos and if they were well formed and stuff, but to be honest, as Poppy lived with Theo and Hector, I didn't actually know which ones were Poppy's. I knew that some poos were a bit soft, but I didn't exactly know which were Poppy's. So the vet wanted to do like a feces examination, so she decided to keep Poppy in overnight, which kind of upset me because it meant I had to leave her there, and I had no idea I was going to have to leave her there. But yeah, she wanted to do a feces sample, she wanted to do an x-ray, she wanted to do a blood sample. She also wanted to cut the fur around Poppy's bum because she did get quite messy down there, so we didn't want to get him fly strike or anything. So Poppy had quite a lot done, and she actually had to stay 2 nights because I couldn't pick her up the following day. We got the results and the vet was absolutely right, it was a gut problem, and I was so thankful that it was because it could have been much worse. It could have been kidney disease, and if it was kidney disease, it's very difficult to treat. You can maintain it, but you can't really cure it. So yeah, it wasn't that. That's what the blood test and the x-ray confirmed. So yeah, she was pretty sure that it was this gut problem, especially when Poppy's poos came back all abnormal. And the way around Poppy's problem was a new diet. And as you can see, she is stuffing her face with greens right now, and that is basically what her new diet consists of. As you should know, rabbits' diet should be mainly hay, like 80–90% hay, and then a little tiny bit of pellets, and then a little bit of greens if you wish. But because Poppy has this problem, she does not get the nutrients from the hay for some very strange reason. She still gets fed hay now, but the majority of her diet is greens. She literally has to have so many greens a day, absolutely loads of them, and she also has to have loads and loads of pellets, and then just a little bit of hay. But the boys, on the other hand, they just stick with loads of hay. So yeah, that's all it was, a new diet. At the time Poppy was at the vet's, she weighed 1.4 kilograms, which is about the size of a guinea pig, and that was not healthy at all. They said that a rabbit of her breed should be about 2.5 kilograms, but they said because she has this problem, they don't think she'll ever get to that stage. But they hope that she would one day reach 2 kilograms, but her target was 1.8. So yeah, she was 1.4, target 1.8, but hopefully she'd become 2 kilograms. Well, in a few weeks, she piled on the weight and she was soon 1.8, her target weight. It did not take long at all with the new diet. And now I'm happy to say that she is over 2 kilograms. I'm hoping she might get to 2.5 kilograms, but I'm not sure if she will, but that would be amazing. And I think that would shock everyone because no one expects her to get to that. But she's so chubby now. She's got such a nice tummy on her, and it's great because she was just like an anorexic bunny before, it seemed. So we're very happy that she is now so much better with her new diet. By the way, if your rabbit is skinny, please do not just assume they've got what Poppy's got and just give them loads of veg, because it could be kidney disease or it could be something else, and you should not change your rabbit's diet unless you've been advised by a vet. And we have. And it's only Poppy that's got this new diet. The other boys obviously have loads of hair. So yeah, Poppy still has to have hair for her teeth, but she just doesn't have as much as a normal rabbit should. Right, now moving on to Theo, because he also had a problem and has been at the vets. Basically, I noticed he wasn't being himself. He'd been really quiet, not active, just sitting in a corner, feeling sorry for himself and eating less and less. Took him to the vets before I went on holiday, and they had a look in his mouth thinking he probably had a dental problem, but his teeth looked perfect. There were no like spurs on them. Spurs are where like the teeth grow really long and dig into the sides of the mouth, but there were none of those. So they just thought maybe he's just feeling a bit down. They didn't really know what was up with him. So they gave him some Metcam, which is pain relief, and also another type of medicine, I can't remember. I think it was a gut stimulant, just to make sure that he was getting food into him, pretty much just so that his gut was working. So whilst I was on holiday, the lovely boarders were giving him his medicine, and they said he seemed to be perking up a bit, like he was eating more, but he still wasn't really himself. So when I got back from my holiday, I thought, we'll just take him back to the vets for another checkup just to make sure that he's alright. And it turned out that because he'd been having all this pain relief, we couldn't really see the true extent of what was wrong. His tongue had deep grooves in both sides, meaning that his teeth were digging in. So he was booked in for a dental operation and went in the next day for that. So they're expecting to see spurs in his teeth, like I said, those spikes that grow out. But they said his teeth were absolutely perfect, and the vet was so shocked when she looked in his mouth and saw that his teeth were perfect. She was like, what on earth is wrong with this bunny? Felt around in his mouth and found a massive lump, like by the side of his mouth, and that lump had been raising his tongue up so that his tongue was not in the right position, and every time that he chewed normally with his perfect teeth, they dug straight into his tongue because that lump just raised it up. So the poor little boy had been like biting on his own tongue when he ate, and no one had a clue because those grooves weren't there before we went on holiday. This was a completely new thing that happened in 2 weeks. Hi, Popsy. The vet said it could be one of 3 things. Best scenario is it's an abscess. That's basically a big lump filled with pus and you need to drain it out. And then the second best scenario would be an abscess in his bone, which is a bit harder to get rid of, but you can still get rid of it, and it's an abscess, and just with strong antibiotics you can get rid of it. And then worst case scenario was that it was actually a tumour and cancer. So I was terrified that my little baby boy might have cancer, wasn't I? So we just had to hope that it was an abscess. So he was put on 2 types of antibiotics. I cannot remember the name. I know one of them was Baytril, but the other one was like something beginning with M and really, really strong. And there's no point in even trying to name it because I cannot pronounce it for the life of me. And then he was also given Metcam, and he had to have all 3 of those every day. And after a few days, he went back to the vets to see if there was any progress, to see if this lump had gone down at all, or we were just hoping it would have. Got there, found out that it had gone down, there was pus in his mouth, and it meant it was an abscess. So I was so happy that he did not have cancer. So now we're just working on getting rid of that lump completely. He's now only on 1 medication now. He doesn't need the Metcam anymore or the really, really strong antibiotic. He's just on the Baytril, which is the one that tastes disgusting, unfortunately. So he's not right keen on it, but it is getting that abscess down, and hopefully that should be gone soon. The vet that he's with is not Frances Harcourt Brown, but she is an absolutely amazing vet. Abbey House, Cleckheaton. She's called Jill Hallam. I don't know if any of you will have ever used her, but she's a really good rabbit vet. She knows what she's on about, and she was so thrilled with Theo's progress. And yeah, she was such a good vet. She would just stick her finger in his mouth. She trusted him. Like, he could have just bit her finger off, but he didn't. And she felt around to feel the lump, to see if it had gone down, and it had gone down. So we're really happy that he is now on the mend as well. So yeah, we had Poppy with her weight problem, who's now nice and chubby. Theo with his abscess, which is now going down, and now he can eat properly. Like, before he wouldn't even eat this anymore. He stopped eating veg. And then we have Mr. Hector, who, touch wood, seems absolutely fine and has not had a problem as of yet. Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. Hopefully he won't get a problem, and hopefully these two will be, well, she's already right as rain, but hopefully he'll be right as rain soon enough. Right, any more news I can give you about the bunnies? And I told you about the medical history thing. I'll just show you the run they're in because it's a new one. Well, I got it at the start of summer and I love it, to be honest. It's 8 foot by 5 foot. Their old one was 7 foot by 5 foot, so they've got an extra foot of space lengthways. It's a folding one, and this is how you get in. It's got these two big, like, doors, like so. And if I move back, you can see how big it is. It's quite a shady day today, so the bunnies don't have the house in, but I only put them in the run to film this video, so you could see them easier. So usually they do have a little sheltered house in here, but I'm here, and it's not boiling hot or raining, so they're okay for now. But if you want to see what they do have in the run, I'll just quickly show you. They have the green Warren tunnel, which they really like. Don't you? You really like that. They've got that big jingle ball from Poundland that's actually for cats because it has fish on it, but oh well. A pink tunnel, I think it was from Tesco actually. And a garland, and then their water bottle. So, that is the bunnies update for you. I'm so sorry I haven't filmed a video in ages. I'm sorry if this is boring, but lots of you like to know how they're doing, and I'm just telling you how they're doing. And it'll be good for me to look back on to see what happened with them, really. He's so pretty. Okay, also news is I'm going to university in like 3 weeks, so I'm not going to be able to make a load of videos when I'm at uni. So I'm going to try and film loads before I go, and then like when I have spare time at uni I can edit them. My mum's going to be looking after all my pets because for the first year I'm going to be living in Leicester, which is like 3 hours or 2.5 hours from where I live. So yeah, it's pretty far. I'm going to miss all my pets so much, but they're all going to be looked after by my mum, thankfully. Thank you, mum. So yeah, the guinea pigs are fine too. If you want, I'll quickly show you them. So the guinea pigs are just in the rabbit run. They have the whole setup. There's Lily. Lily! What are you doing? Because when the bunnies are in the run, I like to give the guinea pigs space so they can come out. That little one there is Sweet Pea. Yeah, my last video was introducing Sweet Pea and Daffodil, and they're doing absolutely fabulous. I'll just come in. It's a bit messy. They need cleaning, but might as well show you anyway, because, you know, life of pet owners, it's not always sparkling clean. So yeah, Sweet Pea there, a little ginger one. Yeah, it's you. That's Lily. That's Daffodil, who looks a lot like Lily, but there are clear differences between them. And then where on earth is my little petal? I'll find her. I bet she's in bed. Is she in bed? No, she's not in bed. Okay, petal. Oh, she's in here. Hello, baby. So yeah, I just like to keep their hutch door open so they can come in and out. That blue water bottle there, they can reach that easy peasy. They stand on that little ramp. And there's a water bowls in there as well. But yeah, so they're the pigs and they're fine and cute as always. Hello, little one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. This is just the space. So yeah, bye, and if you have requests, let me know. I'll try and make them soon. Bye.